All right, looks like everybody has their food and getting situated in their seats, so we'll go ahead and get started. First off, I want to thank you all for coming today. I think it's awesome you're here to learn about health. I know you're going to get lots of great information out of today's talk. My name is Dr. Devlin. I'm with Discover Health and Wellness. Our office volunteers with a national nonprofit organization called the Foundation for Wellness Professionals. We provide disease prevention education through wellness programs like the one you're about to experience today. The purpose of both the foundation and our office is to change the way our world views healthcare. So as part of our volunteer work, we go out in our community and provide guest speakers to share with you their knowledge and expertise in areas like diet, toxicity, stress management, nutrition, and many other health-related topics through these workshops. So that being said, I'd like to introduce today's guest speaker. His name is Dr. Kevin Laszlo, and he is an expert in health and wellness. And he's also the founder and executive director of Discover Health and Wellness. So that being said, please feel free to interact, take notes, but just most of all, have fun and relax. So without further ado, please help me give a warm welcome to Dr. Kevin Laszlo.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. You guys ready to have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to be a standard health talk where there's no smiling or laughing or jumping around or high-fiving. We're going to have fun. So we're going to light it up. We're going to get electric. We're going to get illuminated. We're going to make it happen. So you guys ready for that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Today we're going to be talking about how to elevate energy, vitality, and youth. But before I do that, I always like to share just a little personal information about myself. I want to take a minute and share with you my pride and joy. Is that okay?
Okay.
I do that? Okay, my pride and joy. Here we go. Oh, geez. Dr. Devlin, I'm supposed to, sorry, hold on a second. Okay, there it is. Sorry about that. Sometimes we get the slides mixed up a little bit. So this is my beautiful wife, Jennifer, and my two boys, Jay and Carson. I live in Broomfield, Colorado. Pretty much a Colorado native. Came here when I was about 2 years old. So any Colorado natives in here? Show of hands. Got a couple? Yeah. Beautiful state, isn't it? And for those of you who aren't natives, you love Colorado? Very good. Okay.
In the summer.
And yeah, I mean, we're pretty much getting the summer. It's kind of going back and forth, right? So here's my boys again, playing, having a good time. Raise your hand if you have kids. Okay. Okay. And if you don't have kids? All right. And if you do have kids but do not want kids? Hey, that was a test. All right. I want to start off with talking about, you guys, our purpose, as Dr. Devlin said, is to change the way our world views healthcare. Can you see okay, Brooke? Okay. Our purpose is to change the way our world views healthcare. And that's a pretty big message. If you take a look around at our healthcare system and what's happening to our nation, I want to spend a little bit of time with that before we jump into the topic. This is from the Journal of the American Medical Association. Our country is now one of the sickest industrialized nations in the world. The Journal of the American Medical Association has now publicly announced that our healthcare system is a dysfunctional mess. You know, why do you think your health is important? What do you think? Absolutely. It is everything. If we don't have our health, what do we have, right? I don't know about personal stories for you. I know in our team, one of our doctors died. One of our doctors' fathers died at 48. My father died at 53. One of my good friends that just developed one of our books just passed away at 54. Because what we're doing is not working. And I want to touch base on that because this talk can literally save your life. This one here came out from the New England Journal of Medicine. It stated that our healthcare system is the most expensive and the most ineffective system in the world. We're talking about the United States of America, the best country in the world. Now, what's happening here? Okay, why do you think we're so sick? I'll keep going. Sick care versus health care. There's 5 out of 6 people marked out on that. Any idea what that represents?
The people
Yes.
People who do preventative stuff and the people who just go and are sick. Maybe?
You know, yeah, that could be. About 10% of people do more preventative. That's a great answer. Yeah, anybody else have a guess? Okay, this is 5 out of 6 Americans die from heart disease and cancer in the United States every year. Well, not every year, but I mean 5 out of 6 of us will eventually die from heart disease or cancer.
That's a lot.
It's a tremendous amount. So if we go forward a little bit, we really need to ask the question, why are we so sick? How do we do healthcare here in the U.S.? By just some volunteer answers. Why are we so sick, guys? What do you think?
We don't take care of ourselves, and we eat fast food.
Okay, right. A lot of us aren't very conscious of what we put in our mouth, right? So our nutritional habits are very poor for many of us. That's a big one. What else? It's very
Stress.
convenient. What's that?
Stress.
Stress, absolute killer. You know, a recent study came out that stress is not so much the killer, it's how we think about stress. Did you know that? If you view stress as being helpful to get you through an important situation versus something that's there to destroy you, you actually live longer. That just came out. That blew me away. But we have way too much stress here. Way too much. So we got nutrition, stress. What else? How?
GMO.
Exercise, thank you. What was yours?
GMO.
GMO, yeah, in our nutrition, right? A lot of our non-organic foods, a lot of our genetically modified foods, the amount of antibiotics we take. How about what we do when we have symptoms? That's one of the biggest ones. When you have a symptom in your body, let's say it's a headache, what are we trained to do since the time we're this big? Take Advil, right? Take Tylenol, drink water. That's a good thing to learn, right? Yeah. We're not taught to get to the source of it. We're taught to cover up our symptoms with medications. Now, we're not fanatics. If you're diabetic and you don't take your insulin, what happens? You die, okay? Some medications are highly, highly effective. What we're talking about is the ones that are so unbelievably overprescribed. I'm going to hit that in a second, but it's ridiculous how much medication we take here in America. You know, we have 5% of the world population. 5%. We are blessed to live here in the United States. 5% of us. And yet 95% of the world's pharmaceuticals are consumed by us. You know, no wonder we're the second sickest nation in the world. Did you have a question?
Oh, no.
Okay. So just in summary, let's talk about that for a second because I don't want you to be a statistic, okay? Number one, we take medications for symptoms instead of listening to our bodies. We don't take care of our nutrition. We're not exercising very well. We have lots of stress. And another big one is our posture. Our nervous system gets tons of pressure and tension on it from our desks, from our cars, to our computers, to our TVs. Constantly we're going like this with our spines. And this is not normal at 65. Okay? Not at all. Not even close. Now, by a show of hands, who likes to exercise here? Hey, very good. Yeah, so, a little bit. You know, I came up with a method. I absolutely put at least 5 hours a week on my treadmill now. 5 hours a week, I am on my treadmill without exception. That's pretty impressive, right? Would you like to know how you can do that too? Yeah, name your couch treadmill. Right? That's not treadmill. Just kidding. Just kidding. You know, exercise is challenging. That's one of the ones that comes up and down with me for sure. You know, I called up my personal trainer the other day and said, hey, I want to get back into the classes, got to start exercising a little more. She said, no worries, just go ahead and bring a pair of loose-fitting, pants. And I said, if I had any loose-fitting pants, I wouldn't be calling you. Right? We're in trouble here. So let's move forward. We don't want you to be a statistic, okay? So what are the 5 secrets to elevating your energy, vitality, and youth? We just went over several of them. Here we go. Number 1, drastically reduce the amount of medication you're on through your medical doctor. If you have a medical doctor that you go to now and you want to start weaning yourself off some medications, now is the time. Now is the time. The average American is on 4 to 6 medications. The average geriatric patient, the patient over the age of 65, is on 12 to 14. So this is what we're taught, okay? And if you watch television tonight, you'll see at least 4 pharmaceutical ads telling you you need this drug to be healthy. And what we're taught is you go out and get your blood pressure pill, your cholesterol pill, your antidepressant, your pill for acidity in your stomach, and then now, great, your average American, you're on 4 medications for the rest of your life, okay? And now as things start to shut down and side effects occur, we get to triple the amount of medication you're on by the time you're 65. Now, pretty good business model, right? Pretty good business model if you're in the pharmaceutical industry, but for health-wise, we got to avoid that as much as possible through our medical doctor. Hello, and now for our special guest. Hello, sir. Welcome. All right, so next one is, any idea what the foot on the head is?
Stress.
Stress. Yes, that's the headache you mentioned over there. Absolutely. We got exercise, we got eating right, And the next one, last one, we're going to a properly functioning nervous system. You guys, it is crucial to maintain a healthy nervous system. Does anybody know why?
Controls all of your body.
Controls all your body. Hands up. I bring gifts. There you go. Your nervous system controls all of your body. It's the master control center for everything. So let's talk about that a little bit. This is the natural progression of forward head posture. Forward head posture is essentially poor posture from the head down. I mentioned earlier, everything we do is bringing our body forward into this. It's called a kyphotic posture, bringing it down. Now, this is normal. That is kyphotic. We do not need to be like this when we're 65. You guys know any 70-year-olds who have run a marathon? Brooke? Hands up. You do, right?
Yeah.
Our bodies will outlive us easily. They should live 80 to 120 years old. Okay? Now, I do want to clarify one thing. When I talked about the blood pressure pills and the cholesterol-lowering medication, you know, my father was a perfect example of that. He was on his medication, right? He had good, healthy numbers. His cholesterol was low, his blood pressure was low, because it was managed through medication, and still died at 53 from a heart attack. So the reason we get so passionate about telling people the difference in natural healthcare versus what we're being taught is that we can feel like we're doing well by not exercising, not eating right, getting stressed out, having poor posture, not caring about any of those items that will eventually kill us because we're taking medication. Doesn't work. So I want to show you how your body actually works. Is that fair? Okay, is that good?
Yep.
Okay, I want you to look at the person next to you, give them a high five and say, "This is good." All right, who's the first person to raise their hand right now? There we go, right here in front. I told you, I bring gifts. I bring gifts. You guys, there's an amazing healing power in your body. It is nothing to believe in at all. If I cut my arm, it doesn't matter if I believe in it or not. There is an amazing healing power inside me. It's an innate intelligence that is going to heal that cut. It's what tells my heart to beat faster if I need to run. It's what has all the hairs stand up on my arms if I get cold and make my body start to shiver. Anyone know why our body shivers and our hair stands straight up when we're cold? Very good. Hands up. It's stimulation. That's your body's way of generating heat to get you back to 98.6 degrees. Isn't that awesome? That's the power that we work with. That's the power that's in our body. And if there's pressure and tension on it, it starts to get symptoms, okay? Now, let me just make sure you understand this. There's that master healing center coming from your brain, down your spine, to your heart, to your lungs, to your organs, everywhere. If there's any pressure and tension in that system, it's going to decrease the nervous system flow from the nerves. It's like stepping on a hose to the garden. If that is decreased, those organs aren't going to function as well. Make sense to everybody? So if I'm watering the garden and I step on the water hose, what happens to the fruits and vegetables in the garden? If they're not getting enough water, right? They start to get symptoms, right? They start to wither away and die. We're taught to put pesticides and fertilizers on it versus turn on the power and turn that back up. Now, I'm going to turn base to symptoms here for a second. Symptoms in the body are your friend. It doesn't always feel like it. If you have a headache, right, or mid-back pain, or neck pain, or energy, fatigue issues, that's your friend. That's your innate intelligence. That's your body, the power inside your body saying, something is not right here. I'm giving you warning signals to help show you, hey, this isn't right. We need to get the source of this problem fixed. Does that make more sense if you got headaches? Does it make more sense to listen to the human body, the same body that can take a Hostess cupcake and turn it into a cardiac cell in 4 hours? Okay, that's your human body. Does it make more sense to listen to that intelligence and say, okay, what's causing my headache? Maybe it's dehydration. Maybe it's poor posture. Maybe it's a host of things. Or does it make more sense just to take a pill and cover it up? Simple question, right? Everyone with me so far? Okay, good. So everybody here has a stress survey. If you don't mind, go ahead and take a look at that. And just take a moment. I want to show you how prevalent symptoms are in our society today. And just take a look at that top half check any of the following you've experienced in the last 6 months and how long it's been going on. Go ahead and do that now. This talk focuses on the solutions to healthcare problems. And we're about to switch gears into how to increase vitality, energy, and youth. But before we do that, I want to show you a little experiment here to show how long we live with symptoms and we don't even realize it. So everyone, I'd like to participate in this activity. By a show of hands, okay, by a show of hands, go ahead and raise your hand if you marked at least one symptom on that sheet. Okay, now, as I go through the symptoms, we're going to bring them down. So keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. All right, thank you back there. Now, if you mark 2, leave your hand up. 3, 4, yeah, 4 symptoms. 5, okay, you can go and bring your hands down. Guys, over half of the room, easily 75% of the room, has got 6 or more symptoms marked down on that sheet. Right? You're destined for greatness. You were born, you're alive, your purpose is to not go through life worrying about this pain and the symptoms of some of these challenges that are happening. So let me ask you, if you were driving down the road and your oil light came on in your car, would you pull over and put a piece of masking tape over the oil light? No, you would not. No. What's that?
I can't tell you how
Ignore it.
long I've ignored your air pressure is low.
Okay, well, that's a honest answer. You guys will have one here. Okay. All right, well, that wouldn't work for very long, right? Our car would eventually blow up. If your children had a problem in school and the principal sent the letter back and said, hey, we're having a problem with Johnny here, would you ignore them, right? We talked about our transportation. We're talking about our children. If you have a problem, if you have a challenge, I should say, a health challenge, if I showed you a natural way to take care of that, would you want to know that? Yeah, absolutely. A natural way and not cover it up. Anyone not get one of these yet? Okay, I got to ask you a question. Seems pretty easy, or does it seem kind of challenging? So far, all the stuff we have to do. I just gave you the 5 things to absolutely do fantastic at health. You just got to eat right. You just got to exercise. You got to take care of our posture. You got to avoid medication through a medical doctor. Piece of cake, right? Right? Hey, I thought you were going to say challenging. There you go. Actually, this is very challenging. It kind of feels like this. Every single one of those topics is its own talk. So today, we're going to knock out the stress portion. Does that sound good? Let's talk a little bit about that level. Because, let's face it, so many of us are stressed and we need to handle it. So, we're going to elevate our health. What I want you to do is take a look at the person next to you or someone close to you, give them a high five, and say, I'm ready for this.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for that.
All right. Very good. Everyone stand up. I told you we're going to get electric, excited, lit up. We're going to do a little experiment here. Okay. What I'd like you to do is on the count of 3, if you're able to. I know, you just got comfortable. I'm making you stand up. I think you're standing up. What I'd like you to do on the count of 3 is we're going to jump up and down 3 times and yell, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. You know, 3 times. Now, here's the deal. I'm able to see everybody here in the room. So if you don't jump as high as I do, guess what? We're going to do it again, and you're going to stand right next to me. Just kidding, just kidding. Go at your own comfort level, but here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Fantastic. Have a seat. Round of applause. Let's get started. All right. First thing we need to do. The first thing we need to do is start with attitude, right? I'm not going to talk to you about how to manage stress. Everyone knows how to manage stress, right? Pray, meditate, take deep breaths, get a massage, take a nice walk. We're all still stressed out. So instead of that, we're going to talk about creating more peace in our life by our attitude. We're going to start there. Sound good? Okay. Attitude is fun. Now, does everyone know what this is right here? Thing that goes off in the morning? Yeah, your opportunity clock. right?
Opportunity.
Your opportunity clock. So all of us have a voice in our head. Did you know that? Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the voice that just said, what voice? I don't have a voice. It's the voice. We all have a voice in our head. And it sounds one of two things. Here's what it's going to sound like in the morning. You hear the alarm clock go off, and you hear, I love waking up in the morning. I clap my hands and say, yes, yes, yes. You guys hear that voice? All right, it's got to look like I'm from another planet here. Or do you get the voice that says, snooze button, right? Do you know that you have a choice? Of course you know this, but are you doing it? When that opportunity clock goes off in the morning, do you know you have a choice on how you want to start that day? That is number one. So I need a very, very brave volunteer to hop up here with me.
Or
Thank you. Was it Mark?
Bart,
Bart? Hello, sir.
I've voluntold, so.
Next thing, I'd be a little quiet. All right, thank you. Give him a round of applause right now. Thank you, sir. So which voice do you hear when you wake up?
Shut up.
Like, give me a hammer to knock the opportunity clock, right? Okay, we're going to try something different. Repeat after me. Tomorrow morning, this is really easy to memorize. You guys can write this down. When that opportunity clock goes off, we're going to try something like this. Now, go ahead and do what I do. Today is a day
Today is a day
filled with love,
filled with love,
opportunity,
opportunity,
and potential.
and potential.
Yes, give me another round of applause. Did you get an almond pack yet?
Nah, I'm good though.
Okay, all right. Thank you for volunteering. So that's number one. You want to create more peace, you want to create more energy, vitality, youth, start waking up to your opportunity clock. Say something that inspires you. Say something that gets you going. Next one. Does anyone traffic commute look like this on I-25 South this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, right? And I've got to ask, what color is your car? You look really familiar to me.
What color is my car?
Yeah, it's black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a sedan?
Yep, I did not pick it up though.
Okay, yeah. All right. I need to owe you an apology because I thought I recognized you when I came in, and I accidentally cut you off this morning. I think you gave me the one finger salute. You told me I was number one. Just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding. You're a very nice guy.
You look the other way around.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Here's the thing.
not a joke.
If someone cuts you off, do you think they intentionally thought in their mind, I'm going to be a really big jerk and cut this person off and put us both in danger? And I'm going to make this person really mad. No.
All too often.
No? Okay. It might happen sometimes. But overall, guys, if someone cuts you off in traffic or if you're sitting there in traffic, you are in control, right? You are in control of your state. You've already woke up. You got a positive attitude going. Now you also have the opportunity on how you're going to react to situations that are going to come your way all day long. For example, a traffic jam, right? Maybe there's a car accident, maybe someone's getting help. We choose how we react to circumstances. Fair? You ever heard the quote, you make me really mad, right? Or different variations of that? Do people really have that much control over you? No, exactly. Now, guys, this is life mastery stuff. I mean, I'm the speaker, I'm having a good time. Believe me, this is not 100% of the time going to happen for all of us. What it does mean, though, is if we're conscious of knowing that, you know what? If someone does something to me, and I don't really like it, I've got the choice on whether I'm going to be upset and rude to the next 5 people here at the company, or just say, you know what? They probably didn't mean it. Because let me ask you something. Let me back up for a second. Think of something that somebody's done to you that made you really, really mad. I mean, upset you. Like visibly. Your heart's pumping, you're stomping. You are upset. You got it?
Oh, yeah.
We all do. Now, I want you to ask a question to yourself. Have you ever done something similar? Hello.
Hi, sorry.
It's okay. Have you ever done something similar at some point in your life? Ever? Okay? By show of hands, who's done it? Right? Yeah, we all have.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I mean, we all have. That's a really fast way to get back into control. Practice a little more forgiveness towards others when they trespass against you. Like, you know what? They probably didn't mean it. I'm in control of my state. No one controls my happiness. But who? You, yourself, absolutely. Look at the person next to you, high five. You say, I am in control of my state.
Control.
I am in control of my state. Okay. You guys hear the little song, This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine? When you walk into a room, do people get happy around you, or do they get stressed out and bummed?
They sigh.
What's that?
They sigh.
They sigh? Okay.
Hide.
What position do you have?
HR assistant.
Okay. All right. Really now, let your light shine. Be that person that breaks that negative cycle. You know, I'm sure you've all heard, if you smile at the world, what does the world do back to you? Smiles, right? What's that?
Ask what you're up to.
Yeah. Now, what's this guy doing? He needs to be happy. If you frown at the world, what happens? You frown back. Break the cycle. Right? Next time someone's in a bad mood, I want to show you a little trick. Next time someone's in a bad mood, we're here in a team environment. As a team, we can come together and help each other feel electric, right? Lit up, illuminated. You ready for that? That one's in there for you guys. Electric. We can commit to having a great attitude. We can commit to waking up in the morning with a great attitude. We can commit to choosing how we respond to the situations that come our way. We can commit to being that light in the room. You up for that? High five next person. Say, I'm in.
I'm
in.
I'm in.
All right, I gotta give you another one. I don't know, guys. That was feeling a little weak. Let's try it again. This time we're gonna go yes, yes, yes. Try it again. A little stronger. Come on, be that light. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Fantastic. I need another brave volunteer.
She was late.
Heather. Okay, late one, come on up. If you want to. I'm sorry. Do you mind? Is your name Heather?
No.
Oh. Well, you're up. How are you? I'm Dr. Laszlo. Letitia, welcome to our talk.
AKA late one.
Okay. Well, you're still smiling, so you have to be a little brave here for a second. All right, so you feel pretty good looking at that smiley face, right?
Sure.
Okay. Together, we're gonna help our team see how to have a positive attitude if we're feeling a little down that day. Fair?
Fair.
Okay, so here's what you do. Many times, if we're needing help getting out of a bad mood, our emotions are determined by our motions. Okay? So tell me what feels better. Pretend you're in a bad mood. Okay? Yeah, okay. All right, her head's down, right, shoulders forward, cross, kind of slouch. Okay, now what I want you to do is put your arms out like this, smile as big as you can, look up towards the ceiling, smile as big as you can, and try and think of something negative right now. Smile, smile, big, big, try and think of something
Wrong
negative.
person, but okay, I'm smiling.
All right,
It's
good.
good. Life is good.
Relax. Very good. It was hard to do, wasn't it?
Not really.
You can still think of something negative?
Well, you always can. Sorry.
Did this help?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it helped. Give her a round of applause. It helped. There you go, Letitia.
Oh, I
Thank
get
you
a
very
pack of
much.
nuts too.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
think of something negative.
So here's what you want to do. When you see one of your coworkers starting to walk in the door and they're walking to work like this, right? Help them, right? They're doing their best to make it work. All right.
That's your office.
You guys, one of the best
Is that why
ways.
that's on the pamphlet?
What's that?
Is that why that's on the pamphlet?
Which one? Oh yeah,
People are gonna walk
absolutely.
by our office.
Yeah, that's one of our things, the arms up. Okay. Let's take a look at our lives real quick. And this talk is about how to increase energy, vitality, and youth. Let's take a look at the categories of our life. And if you haven't done this before, it's life-changing. If you have, it's reaffirming. Let's take responsibility for where we're at, right? We already talked about attitude. We talked about choosing our response. We talked about being able to get happy again if we are in that bad mood. Now let's take an honest assessment of our life. 4 categories. They may be different for you. Here's the categories I came up with. Your spiritual life, your health life, your relationship life, and your career life. So what I want you to do is, if there are some areas of stress in that portion, we're going to back up, take responsibility for them, and move forward. For example, spiritual life. I know that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. What I'm referring to is your sense of connection, right? Your sense of purpose in this world. Your sense of everything's going to be okay. In your spiritual life, if you were to rank yourself, 10 being definitely, I'm right on there. I know exactly what I believe, what serves me there, it works out very well. Or 1 versus, you know what, not at all. This is an area I've really had a lot of challenge with, and it's causing me a lot of stress. Just take a look at it. I'm not saying right or wrong here. I'm just saying take a look at that part of your life, and on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rank yourself? I'm going to go through all these. As we're doing this, go ahead and rank yourself there. Number 2, health. Scale of 1 to 10. Okay, 1. I'm on several medications. I deal with a lot of symptoms. I don't know. I think exercise is an annual event. I don't know what's good for me to eat. I don't know what's bad for me to eat. I have no health and wellness program. I only get healthcare attention when I've got symptoms. Right? Where is it for you? Or 10, man, I'm training for my next half marathon. I've got a nutrition and wellness plan. I exercise at least 3 days a week. I know exactly what it takes to get healthy. I feel good about my weight. I feel good about how I look. And I'm on track there. Health life. Family, relationships. Level 10. I love my spouse. We come home, we hug each other greatly. My kids can't wait to jump into my arms. I've got at least 1 friend that I could call at 2 o'clock in the morning, get him out of bed, meet me for coffee if I ever needed it. Right? I'm fulfilled in my relationships. Or I'm on my way, or I'm in a steady relationship going forward. Or 1,
Your child is the devil.
that would be 1. Very good.
That would be me.
Number 1, your child is the devil, right? I'm just kidding. We've got another talk on that. So number 1, right? Your relationship with your children is stressed, right? Your relationship with the most significant person in your life, you don't even look at each other anymore. You come in, you do your thing, they do their thing. Your kids just aren't connected with you. You have no friends that you can call at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're pretty much, you go to work, you go home, and you punch out, and lights are out, and that's it. Okay, that would be a 1. And there are people from all over the ranges. This is just an honest assessment of where you are at. We're just looking in the mirror right now. Lastly, number 4, your career, right? You're excited to come to work every day. You're happy to be here. You like your coworkers, right? You feel compensated for your time and energy that you put in. Or 1, you just don't know where to go right now. You have no clue on how to save money. You don't know much about your finances. You don't get along with your superiors, right? All those different things. That's a 1 to 10. So does everyone rank themselves pretty good in these 4? If you think they were all at 10, which they're never at 10 because we always keep going up, can there always be that next level? Yeah. If we're talking about increased vitality, energy, and youth, if you were to address some of those areas that are definitely 6 and below, you think that would help increase your energy, your vitality? Yeah. Your youth, right? Which means energy? Absolutely it would. So let's do that, okay? So on that top sheet there, that's going to be for you to take. On that top sheet, no one's going to ask you about this. This is just for you. If you would like, what are 2 things that you can do to bring whatever category it was for you, right? Take a look at the 2 categories that are hurting the most. And then just what 2 things can you do to make them a level 10? Or to make them 1 or 2 points higher? Go ahead and write that down now. You guys got that? Okay, I got to bring us back up. Didn't mean to get so heavy on you. But let's talk about passions here for a second. I'm getting used to this clicker. It's right, it's kind of all over the place. Let's talk about passions for a second. Do you know what you love to do? By a show of hands, could you say, I love to do this right now? Okay. All right. About 75% of us. Very honest assessment. Who was the first one to raise their hand? That has not gotten one of these? The last one? There you go. Good job.
Sorry for cutting you off.
You got it. Yeah. All right, so passion, what are you passionate about? What do you love to do? What's something that you used to do that you just don't do anymore? I want you to schedule it. I want you to schedule it at least once a month. Just say, you know what? I used to love to fish. I don't fish anymore. It's fishing season, right? Is it fishing? Is it hunting? Is it reading a book? Is it going to Starbucks by yourself with a warm cup of coffee and a book? You know, once a month. Is it getting together with one of your best friends that you guys just used to love to just go shopping? And you just don't do it anymore. Right? This stuff sounds basic, but unless we take a step back and just say, man, it sounds basic, then why the heck am I doing it? I'm going to start doing this again. So, anyone like to volunteer who brought their hands up? What's something you're passionate about, something you enjoy to do? Thank you.
I can't wait. I'd love to go to the beach again every, but
Nice.
I can't
I-
do that.
Where are you from?
California,
San Diego?
Huntington.
Huntington
Olive-
Beach? Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
How
Well,
do you do that?
can you once a year? Like on your
Well,
vacation?
Yeah, once
or-
a year.
Yeah.
Just look forward to that.
Have you ever been to Boulder Reservoir? It's certainly not Huntington Beach by a long shot, but they've got a little beach and it's a beautiful lake and it's pretty close. I went to school in California, so I understand. It's hard to get away from, but that's something you can try. Get that little feeling back. It's not the beach, but it's close.
Go to the tanning salon.
Anybody else?
Throw some sand on
Making a
it.
new beach every year.
Anybody else? Something you know will bring you more energy back in your life? What's yours? What's something you love to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Hiking.
Hiking. Great state for that. Where do you like to hike?
Well, I've only been a few places so far, but it's something I just found passion in recently.
Nice.
I wanna do it more.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm going to mention Boulder again. They got phenomenal hiking trails out there. So, all right. Do what you're passionate to do. Now, did any of you feel like this when I said, let's go after our passions? Yeah, you scared, right? You guys, what you can be, you must be. You know, we all have the right to pursue happiness here in this country. We all have that right. So with that being said, if you had a voice that's called a mulahini pop into your head, and you got a little scared, I want you to ask yourself, what has you prisoner in your mind right now? What are you afraid to do? What's something you've been holding off that you're afraid of? This is a mulahini, okay? Kind of a scary looking figure. You know what a mulahini is? It's an ancient warrior who lives, guess where he lives? In our minds. And he's only about this big, okay? And guess what his job is? His job is to hold you back. His job is to keep you from going after what's important to you, to keep you from being your all. His job is the voice of fear. So we need to know fear, K-N-O-W, know fear, and do it anyway, right? Recognize the voice of fear. Understand it is keeping you back from your dreams. Because here's the deal with that mulahini. If we let him win, guess what he does?
He gets bigger.
He gets bigger, and he brings buddies, and then they get really bigger. But every time you stamp him out with a golf club, a bat, a finger flick, whatever you want, he gets smaller. And so we're not going to win against him every time. But if we can win against him 80% of the times, the little mental picture in our mind that's keeping us back from going for it, you'll be happier. Fair? Okay, I want to do a quick summary here. Attitude, responsibility, passion, and know your fear. Those are the 4 things I want you to take away today to increase your energy, vitality, and youth. Start tomorrow morning. Do me a favor. Raise your hand if you can promise me as one human being, from one human being to another, that tomorrow morning, when your opportunity clock goes off, you'll open your eyes and say something like, today's going to be a great day. If you can do it, raise your hand. I know I've done my job today. Most of you can't do anything up here. You did it right here.
Is child
I was
an
gonna say,
alarm
is it the
clock?
All
child
right.
at 4 in the morning, or is it the alarm clock for the intended time?
Just when it goes off, in time. I want you to start with that.
Both.
Next, guys, take responsibility for your attitude. You know, not only for today, but moving forward. Don't let people determine your emotional state. Third one, be passionate again. Do what you love to do and go after what you want. And lastly, number 4, when you hear that voice of fear, recognize it and do it anyway. Okay? Now, Oh, thank you. All right. I want to go ahead and close, and Dr. Devlin is going to come up in just a moment. I mentioned earlier that our purpose is to change the way our world views healthcare. I gave you 5 things you can do, 5 secrets to get healthier now. Okay, they're very, very important. This talk focused a lot on stress reduction, on increasing your energy, increasing your vitality, increasing your youth. However, if you don't have your health, what do you have? It's nothing. Everything that is important to you, whether it's your spiritual life, your relationships, your career and financial life, right, your children, everything that is important to you is linked to your health, 100%. And you talk to some of the richest men in the world, and they would trade their youth and their health for all the money they ever made, their entire lives like that. So I'd like to close with a gift, okay? Our office volunteers, as I said before, with a national nonprofit. It's called the Foundation for Wellness Professionals. We have Discover Health and Wellness as our company, is our office. We have offices all over the Denver metro area. And what we do as a gift on these talks is give out these complimentary health check passes. What they are is it gives you the opportunity to get tested. If you mark down symptoms on that sheet, more than 75% of the room did. If you mark down symptoms on that sheet, we can show you how to get rid of them naturally. Okay? What this health check pass is, and Dr. Devlin will show in a second here, is number 1, it gives you complimentary testing on chemical toxicity. We will take a look at your toxic levels through a test as well as a survey. We'll take a look at your adrenal stress. We'll see if your adrenals are working too hard, which pumps out too much cortisol in our system. We'll also take a look at any undetected nerve damage you may have. I showed you before the chart with the nervous system. If there is unwanted pressure and tension on our spine and nervous system, it decreases the quality of the function of our nervous system. So those 3 things is totally our gift to you. We have an office in Lone Tree. I think is the closest one to here, I believe, possibly DTC. Now, in addition to that, you also get a complimentary adjustment, a complimentary toxicity test, or a 50% off of a massage. So a pretty phenomenal offer. Yes, sir.
1 second, excuse me. Mute your mic, please. Thank you.
I thought it was a sign from above. That was your sign saying you should take advantage of that. Now, guys, there's 4 reasons we do this. Our company's been around since 1999. We've got 6 offices around the Denver metro area. I personally started it. If we can help you, we will tell you. If we cannot, we will tell you that too. We have phenomenal online reviews who've been around for a long time. We're here to make a difference. Now, if you have symptoms, what do they do if they're not corrected? They get worse, right? Pain is you don't want to have pain in your life. They do get more serious over time. You're going to feel great once you handle them. I said if we can help you, we'll tell you, and if we can't, we'll tell you that too. And did I tell you guys it's free?
Yeah.
It's free. It's a $229 value. So, with that being said, Dr. Devlin is going to come on up here. On the second part of that sheet there, please fill out that survey. I urge you to take advantage of that health check pass. He can sign you up for that now. And lastly, not only is this for you, but it's for your significant other. So you can bring the person most important to you with you. Okay? I had a lot of fun. Did you guys have fun? Okay, good. Take this forward. Please take advantage. It starts here. God bless you guys. Keep smiling. Thank you.
All right, I'll keep this short and sweet. So yeah, on the back sheet, the front sheet is yours. Go ahead and tear that off if you took any notes or have anything. On the back, at the top, review your workshop. Please feel free to give us a rating and some comments. We are looking to always improve these workshops as much as possible. Below that, schedule your appointment. So if you would like to take advantage of the Health Check Pass, go ahead and mark yes and mark your information as clearly as possible. We are accepting those appointments. It is a 30-minute visit just to do the adrenal test, toxicity test, and the nerve damage test. It's all non-invasive, so 30-minute schedule for Monday through Thursday. There's the appointment times. On the far right, there are 4 offices listed. Like Dr. Lazo said, we do have 6. So on the back of your brochure, they're all listed there with the address and phone numbers. At the very bottom, refer a business. If you do have a spouse, sibling, significant other that you think their business might benefit from this kind of workshop, go ahead and mark that information as well. And I don't know if Dr. Lazo mentioned, but the Health Check Pass, if you do have a significant other, husband, wife, sibling, best friend, anybody that you think might need it just as much as you do, this is valid for them too. So go ahead and mark their information there. And if you are interested in scheduling an appointment, I will be right up here. So thanks for your time and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.